Hi, welcome back. It's been a minute. Sorry about that. I've just had some stuff going on in my life that's required me to step back from YouTube a little bit and focus on my family and I. It's nothing bad. It's all very good and exciting, but I just needed to kind of regroup a little bit, and here we are. I am back now, and I am back with some eco-friendly savings, okay? The stuff in this basket can save you $250 a year per person in your family once you've invested in it. And today I'm going to talk about each of these items, the cost to invest in them, and compare that to what you may be spending on disposable versions of these products. Quick disclaimer before we get into it, all the numbers I've used to compare costs and how much of the items you're actually using will obviously vary from me to you and other people. So if you want to know how much you might actually be spending in a year on disposable products, so you can compare that to what I'm offering in these eco-friendly options, take what you spent in the last month and multiply that by 12. But let's go ahead and hop on to it. I hope you enjoy. The first item we're going to be talking about are paper towels. The average person uses about half a roll of paper towels per week, which equates to about $55 spent per year on disposable paper towels. If you go for an eco-friendly option, it will run you about $70 to invest in a set of hand towels, a grease towel, and a set of napkins. And if you want to increase your savings, you can purchase these items secondhand or get fabric from fabric stores and sew them together yourself. That option will run you about $30 to $40 depending on which way you go. So there are some really great savings here available to you. I have links below to a set of hand towels, grease towel, and those napkins I was talking about. I just wanted to give you some options below that have eco-friendly materials like organic cotton where available, as well as they come from companies where their employees are treated fairly. If you decide to go the more thrifty route of sewing it yourself, check out places like Fab Scrap and Queen of Raw. They are great. They sell dead stock fabric from companies and people who just have lots of excess fabric lying around, and you can buy it in bulk, and you can buy whatever material and color you want, and it's really, really cool and cheap. I will say, when you are looking for hand towels, I definitely recommend a textured material and cotton, because that's going to give you good absorbency, and the texture is going to make it good for cleaning. If you do use these for cleaning things like your tub or maybe some grosser areas that you might not want to, use on like your counter or things like that, you can have a separate hand towel for just those nastier things. But again, you're washing it at the end of the day, so they are cleaned. It's just up to you and kind of what your preferences are. When it comes to purchasing napkins, I recommend maybe like a linen material or cotton again for good absorbency. The ones we have are polyester. We didn't really think about it. We purchased these quite a few years ago, and they just aren't super absorbent, but they're in good shape, so we're going to use them until they die, and then we'll invest in some different ones. You'll actually notice the ones I have linked down below are reusable baby wipes, but they have really good reviews and they are great material, and I'm gonna get them when ours die. They're super versatile and they're cheap. They are super cheap compared to like napkins that look like this. So I recommend trying those. Obviously you can do whatever you want to do. And then grease towels. Those are cool. I just found those recently on Etsy, and they're just really absorbent cotton that has no lint on it, because obviously I wouldn't use this to soak up oil from my food because my food would get fuzz on it from the material. We currently use these, but they're not very absorbent, but they get the job done. But yeah, the grease towels are cool. They're on Etsy. Check them out. They seem like a really great option. The second item we're going to be talking about are tissues. A person will use about half a box or 30 tissues a week on average, according to Google, which will cost about $75 a year on disposable tissues. If you are to purchase a set of reusable tissues, it's going to cost you about $36 for 36 tissues, and you only have to wash those about once a week. They are, again, those baby wipes.
These things are really versatile, okay?
They are super great. They're very soft. People use them on babies' bums, so they're great for your face. They're not going to irritate your nose. And they are cheap when you buy them in bulk. So it's about $1 a wipe when you purchase them in larger quantities. You can also save even more money by purchasing old t-shirts or fabric and cutting it into 8x8 squares. You will probably spend about $5 to $10 on this option, and that would be like 1 to 2 grocery trips of purchasing tissues, and you're neutral cost-wise. So super great options here. Immediate or very, very fast savings, whichever route you go.
And a bonus here.
You can use them to clean your ears. Doctors do not recommend the use of cotton swabs in our ear canals. They actually recommend putting a tissue over your finger and cleaning just the outside to avoid pushing earwax further into your ear and potentially causing damage. This will save you another $5 to $10 per person per year by not needing to purchase cotton swabs. And also, your doctor recommends it. So bada boom, bada bing, look at that. Win, win, win. The third item we're going to be discussing are sponges. It's recommended that you throw away disposable sponge about every 2 weeks. So that's going to cost you about $20 a year in buying disposable sponges. If you purchase a set of 4 reusable sponges, they can be washed in the washer and dried in the dryer, then that's going to cost you about $20, and they'll last you several years. They're super durable. The only thing I want to note is that some of them have a mesh coating on one side to give them a little extra kick when they're scrubbing. And with that, you just want to avoid running blades straight across the mesh. Maybe flip the blade on the knife around or use the other side, because it will potentially cut the mesh. We have done this a few times on our sponges, and it's sad. So just beware of that. Besides that, they are super durable, and the set I have linked below has different materials on each sponge, so you can kind of figure out which ones you might like better. They are biodegradable and made of natural materials, so their end of life is super great. The fourth item we're going to be talking about is a little bit controversial, so bear with me. It's replacing toilet paper with a bidet and washcloths to dry your bum. I'm going to talk about the cost real quick, and then I'm going to defend bidets because I know that a lot of people think they're kind of scary. On average, a person uses 2 rolls of toilet paper per week, which equates to about $55 on toilet paper per year. If you are to go the bidet and washcloth route, and you're buying your washcloths, it's going to range from about $60 to $75 to invest in that, but after about a year and some change, you'll be saving money. Also, if you have washcloths lying around your house, you can cut them into 4s for just a small little cloth here to dry off after you clean yourself with the bidet. We have had these for about a year. They've frayed a little bit. We will get nicer options. I have linked below. It's the baby wipes again. But we're going to use these until they die, and they work. But if you already have washcloths, it's free. And then all you have to pay for is the bidet, and the bidet costs anywhere from $10 to $25 for a good entry-level bidet. Now, to defend bidets real quick. I feel like when I was thinking about this and when we purchased one, I was like,
are they clean? Do you actually clean yourself with a bidet, or is it worse than toilet paper? The cost. Is it expensive? And installing it. How do you do that? Because I am not a plumber.
Cleanliness wise, imagine you have something sticky and gooey on your face. Are you going to want to use a dry paper towel or water and a towel to clean off? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So do it for your bum too. But I mean, to each their own, but it definitely gets you more clean. I will say, when I was first learning how to use a bidet, there were some misses, okay? It's a little scary spraying water down there. I don't know, but it is. Which is really nice about using these little washcloths to dry off, because if you miss, you just use it once and you just put it in a little bin in your bathroom, and then you wash them all when you have them all dirtied. And if that makes you feel weird, just think about all the moms out there using cloth diapers and reusable wipes, because their babies are doing great and they're fine, and you can nuke these things on hot water. You can use little tricks like soaking them in baking soda to get them really clean. There's stuff out there if you're really worried about getting poop on these rags and then using them again. Cost-wise, we just talked about how they range from $10 to $25 for beginner bidets. The $10 option, I definitely recommend if you're just thinking about getting it. It requires no installation. It's actually a portable bidet. You fill it in the sink with whatever temperature water you want, close the lid, turn it upside down, and then squeeze it really hard if you want a fast stream, or gently if you want a gentle, slow stream. Super great for just trying it out before you maybe get an option that you install on your toilet. And also, you can take it places with you, which is really cool. If you want to get one that you keep on your toilet, it's installed to your toilet and connected to the water, you can get ones that only connect to the cold water, or ones that connect to the cold and hot water, so that you can get a warm stream. We have one that just connects to the cold because it was cheaper at the time and we didn't want to spend more money. But I will say I'd probably try to get the one that has the cold and hot water option, because the cold one can be a little alarming, especially in the middle of the night in the winter, because it's just water that's been sitting in your pipes and it's cold and it'll wake you up. But it's not the end of the world. You do get used to it. You just take some time to adjust. The only difference between the cold one and the one that does cold and hot water now is you just have to follow the instructions to connect it to the hot water in addition to the cold water. So it's kind of just how much time do you want to put in the installation. But yeah, these are all of the items that I have to share with you today. If you've tried any of them, or you know of any other eco-friendly swaps that have saved you money, please leave a comment below. We are all helping one another, and I love learning from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great, great week. Bye!